Remote start is probably one of the finer features of an automobile, and if you're lucky enough to own an '05 and up Grand Prix, then chances are you have the factory remote start. Now, not all of the vehicles came with it, but it was a very common feature for all of the Grand Prix starting in 2005. My 2008 Grand Prix has it. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work. In fact, it's fairly common for it not to work, and there's several reasons why it would not work. The most likely culprit is your check engine light. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you. My check engine light is actually on. I actually have what I believe to be is a filler neck that's leaking, so the tank pressure is off and it's throwing a code. So just like normal factory remote start, it requires you to lock the doors. And you get absolutely nothing. So, unfortunately, my remote start is disabled. Now then, there are, of course, ways around that. If you clear your check engine codes, then it should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and show you. There's always a possibility that the remote start was actually disabled. And if you go into the personal programming mode, which you have to be in park to actually do this, the personal programming mode, you should come up to an option that has the remote start, which you can see mine is actually on. So I do believe that if it's off and you try to remote start, it'll actually pop up remote start disabled. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if I remember correctly, I did see that message once. But anyway, so my remote start is actually on, but unfortunately, I have a check engine light. And in my situation, the check engine light usually comes on about every day or two. Sometimes it's within an hour. Sometimes it can go a week. So it's not consistent enough for me to be able to actually have the remote start working. Unfortunately, the weather hasn't been bad enough for me to use it. But let's say in the wintertime, I go to start my car with remote start. 2 minutes later, it shuts itself off, and then I get out to the car thinking it's all warm, and it's not going to be because of the check engine light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear the actual code that's in there, and I'll be able to demonstrate that the remote start actually does work. Okay, so I went ahead and cleared the code. It's a P0042, which is a small leak. It's something that I'm most likely going to have to get that filler neck replaced here pretty soon. But anyway, the check engine light is now gone, and I can demonstrate for you that the remote start does in fact work. And there it is. So the remote start is on, check engine light is off. However, any second, yeah, there it goes. That was actually a lot faster than it should have been. There's the remote start disabled. So if you get out to your car and you see that, it's most likely because of a check engine light. And unfortunately, the check engine light, it actually came on real quick. I'm actually surprised that it actually came on so quick. See, there we go. Now you got remote start disabled. So anyway, if you get this error message, it's most likely going to be your check engine light that's on. And it may be something that tripped 20,000 miles ago that's not even there anymore that you can just clear out. So, in other words, basically, if your remote start doesn't work, then go through the usuals. Make sure that it's turned on, and make sure that you don't have a check engine light. If you do have a check engine light, that came on real fast, so I'm wondering if there's something else going on. I'll have to read that. But anyway, so 9 times out of 10, it's just because of a check engine light that disables your remote start. So just kind of be aware of that, and hopefully you'll be able to figure out the problem and get your remote start working again. So hopefully that helps you out. Take care, guys.